Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. Welcome to our forum. My name is AINURYUSRA. We are blessed to be gathered today to witness a forum regarding the topic entitled Code of Professional Conduct Circular number 001. Okay, Code of Conduct Registered Person. That's the title of the circular number 001. Okay, first let me introduce our panel for today. We have Arnold and AQIF. Okay, say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Okay, Mr. Arnold, would you like to introduce yourself first?
Hello. My name is ANUAR and ASNAN. I'm a professional engineer.
Okay, thank you. Next, Mr. AQIF, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is AQIF IMAN bin ANUAR, and I've been dedicated my life about some of the ethical and some OSHA-related field for some companies, some engineering companies.
All right. Okay. For forum today, we will talk about registered professional engineer and graduated engineer and professional engineer technologies. All right. Let's start our forum first. Can we?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, let me introduce what is ethic. Okay. So the study of ethic, often known as moral philosophy, so it is concerned with what is ethically good or bad, or right and wrong. Okay. A professional conduct of ethic is an official document that outlines how employees of a corporation should conduct themselves in workplace or special company and organization. Okay, and then for code of ethic, code of ethic and professional conduct explains ethical standard that guide company's organization. That is why code of conduct is formed. Okay, the code of ethics basically is used for goals and mission of the firm or organization, and then it includes registered professional engineering. Okay, the professional engineering itself is under Board of Engineering Malaysia, which is BEM. Okay, now I will introduce what is BEM. Okay, BEM is called Board of Engineering Malaysia, existed in engineering field. Okay, so the Board of Engineering Malaysia is statutory organization with perpetual succession and a common seal that can sue and be sued. Okay, this Engineering Act was formed in 1967. It was found on August 23rd on 1972. Okay, first, let me ask Mr. Arnold.
Yes.
Okay, you ready? Okay. Can I ask, when we talk about professional engineer, what does qualify his profession, and how do we ensure that the engineer in question has the necessary credible qualification? Proceed.
So when we talk about a qualification, he or she must have a credible line of qualification which are certified by respective engineering aspects. According to BEM Code of Conduct, a registered professional engineer with practicing certificate shall not falsify his qualification or permit misinterpretation of his or his associates' qualifications. He shall not misinterpret or exaggerate his responsibility in or for the subject matter of previous assignment. He shall not misinterpret pertinent facts concerning employees, associated joint venture, or past accomplishment. So that's
Okay,
all.
so we can see that professional engineer, the registered professional engineer must have a credible line of qualification. Okay, next can I ask Mr. Akif? You talk about the qualification that engineer have when they apply for a job or when they are working. All right, can they be in any type of engineering type of field with their resume?
Thanks, the moderator, for the question. Would like to answer the question. No, because they need to be familiarized with the field that they are specialized of. So according, I'm repeating Arnold's type of point. According to the BM Code of Conduct, a registered professional engineering with practicing is a certificate must undertake assignment only if he's qualified by the education or experience specific for his or her technical fields of the assignment which he or she is to be involved. So to add the point to that, the professional engineer need to also not accept any type of assignment or assume responsibility for coordination for entire project or some responsibility that he need to be signed or stamp it, where the engineering documents for the entire project, unless the engineering document for each technical segment of the project is signed or stamped, but personally by the person that is qualified, um, who is involved to the respective segment of the project. So you need to be either or advised or need to have someone that is technical knowledge, need to be advised for that type of project. To ensure the project, all type of works need to be done by the person that is qualified. Another one is this is to prevent some personal opinions regarding to the professional engineer that said, where the BIN Code of Conduct states a registered professional engineer uh, shall not express publicly technical opinions. This is where the BM Code of Conduct need to specify those type of misunderstanding. So that's the answer to your question, Miss Moderator.
All right, thank you, Mr. Akif. So we know that professional engineers cannot be in any type of engineering type of field with their resume. So they need to be familiar first with the field that they are specialized of, which is according to BM Code of Conduct. All right, thank you, Mr. Akif. We proceed to Mr. Arnold. Okay, I would like to ask about the signing or approving the project purposes. How can we ensure that the project or any type of work are being monitored and supervised in safety and controlled manner? Proceed, Mr.
Okay.
Anwar.
I will answer the question given by your question. I will answer your question, Miss Moderator. So the BM Code of Conduct ensure that a registered professional engineer with practicing certificate shall check with due diligence the accuracy of facts and data before he sign or endorse any statement or claim. He shall not sign on such document unless, where necessary, he has made qualification on errors and inaccuracies. Therefore, based on the statement, a registered professional engineer with practicing certificate also shall be objective and truthful in making professional reports, statements, and testimonies. He shall include all relevant and pertinent information in such reports, statements, or testimonies, which should bear the date indicating when the information was current. I think this is the best answer that I can give to you, Ms. Moderator.
Thank you so much, Mr. Arnold. That's a very informative answer. All right, so we know that we can ensure that the project or any type of work be monitored and supervised in safety control manner under BEM Code of Conduct. All right, sorry for my type. Okay. So we know that he or she means that the registered professional engineer shall not sign on any document unless where necessary he met the qualification on error or accuracy. Thank you so much, Mr. Arnold. Then we proceed to Mr. Akif.
Yes.
All right. So I would like to ask you, what is the requirement to register with BEM as graduate engineer, and how can they apply? Okay, so sorry, Mr. Akif. Before that, I would like to you guys to know that we move to another code of conduct, which is registered graduate engineer. All right. So this question will will asking you regarding graduate engineer under BEM. All right, proceed, Mr. Akif.
I see. Okay. So there's two parts of the question. One is the requirement to register for BM.
Yes.
Another is how could they apply. So the first part of the question, the first part of the answer is you need the most important prerequisite for
Registration.
registering for with BEM is the person need to complete BEM recognized or accredited degree in BEM type of places. So some university or any type of institution that 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 have a BEM recognized or accredited degree. So for both type of boards, so like EAC and BAM, both of them website does have an application to register as a graduate engineer. So so this is a like self promotion or something. So you can visit the EAC website or the BAM website to fill up the form over there, so you can apply for to be a graduate engineer. Thank you, Ms. Moderator.
All right,
That's the answer for it.
thank you, Mr. Akif. Okay, so if graduate engineer with registered graduate engineer wants to register themselves, they can visit at www.eac.org.my and www.bem.org.my. Thank you so much, Mr.
Yes.
Akif. We proceed to Mr. Arnold.
Okay.
Can we proceed, Mr. Arnold?
Yes. Okay. You may proceed, Ms.
All right.
Moderator.
Right. In your point of view as a registered graduate engineer, can you falsely misinterpretation your permit or your qualification? Okay. You may include other situation also in your answer.
Okay. I will start to give you the answer, Ms. Moderator.
Yes.
So, in Code of Conduct of Registered Person, Circular number 001 stated that a registered graduate engineer must not fabricate his credential or allow his credential to be misinterpreted. He must not falsify or overstate his involvement in or responsibility for earlier assignments. He must not mislead any material facts about his employers, workers, associates, joint ventures, or previous accomplishments. As for example, in 2016, a CEO at Damansara Realty Berhad has been accused of obtaining a job at the company by falsifying documents from the University of Sunderland. According to the circumstances of this case, the auditor discovered that the accused used fake university documents during the company audit, and a background check with the university revealed that the accused had never enrolled at the university. So, the result of this case is he was charged with violating Penal Code Section 471. If convicted, he might face a maximum sentence of 2 years in prison, a fine, or both. So, I think this is the answer that I can give you, Ms. Moderator.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Arnold. That is so informative. Okay, so as graduated registered engineer, sorry. Okay, so you cannot falsely misinterpret your permit, otherwise you can be charged with violating Penal Code Section 401. If convicted, he or she might face a maximum sentence of 2 years in prison or a fine and or both. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Arnold. We proceed to Mr. Akif. Can we, Mr. Akif?
Yes.
Okay. In your point of view, I would like to ask you: can we registered graduated engineer issue any statement that can lead to misleading info? Give your explanation, Mr. Akif.
Thank you, Ms. Moderator. The question kind of answered. I mean, would like explain like the previous answer, like the Arnold just gave. So it's pretty much like a no, that any type of engineer of like professional engineer with practicing certificate, and also the graduate engineering also need to have a very solid info about themselves, and those type of qualification. So whenever a registered graduate engineer must not make any type of statement or criticism or any type of argumentation towards some technical matters that is inspired or paid for the interested parties, unless he has explicitly identified the interested parties or whoever on whose behalf he is speaking, and revealed the existence of any type of interest that he may have in the matter before making the statement or criticism or any type of argument. So no, any type of engineer is more like, it is about ethics.
Yeah.
In a nutshell. So you need to be honest as engineers or any type of technologies or sort of like that. So yeah, that's my answer for you, Miss Moderator.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Akif. As registered graduated engineer, we must protect any private and confidential information from any type of sources. Okay, you cannot give misleading info to other people, and also in matters of inspired or paid by the interest parties, unless he has explicitly identified the parties whose behalf he is speaking. All right.
Yes, that is
Um,
correct.
right. Thank you, Mr. Akif. That's a very uh, informative, and now we can understand that registered graduated engineer cannot misleading info, um, cannot falsely misinterpretation permit or qualification, and also as registered graduated engineer, we know that um, uh, you can register. We graduated engineer have to register first, then um, after registered, then you have the qualification as graduated engineer. Okay. We proceed to next question. Okay, now we proceed to engineering technologist role. As registered engineering technologist, engineering technologist role is to assist professional engineer with design and development of a new project. Okay. During design and development operation, some errors was found, but the due date for completing the project is approaching. All right. Does the error information need to be hidden? Mr. Arnold, can you explain?
Okay, Miss Moderator, I will have to give you the answer for the question given by you just now. So, from my previous experience, this error is not we cannot keep the error information or hidden it, because the act of hiding small error or mistake in project development, especially in teamwork, should not be performed. This code is included in the BEM. So the code of conduct in BEM states that a registered engineering technologist shall be objective and truthful, making professional report, statement, and testimonies. He shall include all relevant and pertinent information in such report, statement, or testimonies. We should bear the date, indicating when the information was current. So I think it is the best answer that I can explain to you, Miss Moderator.
Yes, Mr. Arnold, that's the very best answer for the question. I agree with you. As engineering technologists, registered engineering technologists, the act of hiding small error or mistake in project development, that teamwork should not be performed, you cannot mislead it. Okay, you as engineering technologists, you you type under BEM code of conduct. Okay, it is stated that under BEM code of conduct, a registered engineering technologist shall be objective and truthful in making professional reports. Any reports, statements, and testimonies. Thank you so much, Mr. Arnold. Okay, now we proceed to next question. Okay, Mr. Akif. Okay.
Yes.
The overall cost in project development is important parameter need to be concerned among the developer and the contractor. Okay, for example, a technologist was tasked in monitoring fire protection, right? And sprinkler system construction in shopping mall buildings. What can be done to avoid the system failure, Mr. Akif?
Okay, thank you for Ms. Moderator for the question. For the answer is it's pretty much since the technologist is pretty much the assist to the engineer or any type of bosses that he or she have. So regarding about the fire protection, I believe.
Fire protection and sprinkler system construction in shopping mall building.
Okay, so to answer that, the efficiency of the fire protection and sprinkler system is need to be as important. It's pretty much the first priority that the technology have, because it relates to the safety and need of the employer and the workers on itself. So according to the BAM Code of Conduct, and registered engineering technologists need to bring attention to the engineer or the employer at the earliest possible opportunity of any instance where the work or material used are not in compliance the specification drawings or any type of condition of contract. So since the technology, I'm repeating what I'm saying is that since the technologist is the assist to the engineer, uh, he needs to bring attention towards his employer or any his bosses. It's for to ensure the efficiency of the fire protection or any type of work needs to be done according to the BAM Code of Conduct. So yeah, that's the answer for what a technology should do.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Akif. I think we agree that registered engineering technologies shall bring to the attention of the engineer or employer at the earliest possible opportunity of any instance where to work or material used are not in compliance with the specifications, drawings, or condition of contract. All right. I think we don't have so much time. We proceed to the last question. Mr. Arnold, can we?
Okay, with pleasure. You may proceed, Miss Moderator.
All right, thank you, Mr. Arnold. Okay, so the question is, the blacklist company or contractor was banned in taking part in a project. As a technologist, in this project operation, a large sum of compensation was offered from those company as long as they are allowed to join the project. Okay, can we as engineering technologists accept the offer? If so, give your reason objectively for supporting it. If not, for opposing it. Proceed, Mr. Arnold.
Okay. Based on the situation mentioned by Miss Moderator just now, my reason is I think honesty and responsibility are important in performing a task or duty among engineering technologies. This is important because they must able to perform based on regulation set by BM, which mentioned that a registered engineering technologies shall not solicit or accept any considerations, financial or otherwise, directly or indirectly, from outside agent in connection with the work for which he is responsible. So this means that as engineering technologies, they must not consider the benefit among these two parties, and they must work truthfully based on BM regulation. So I think it's the best answer that I can give for the question that you asked just now, Miss Moderator.
Thank you so much, Mr. Arnold. That was the best answer that you can give. All right, that was the last question. I may conclude that from the professional engineer with certificate, the graduated engineer, and registered technologist engineer, we know that the primary function of the BEM is to facilitate the registration of engineers, engineering technologies, inspectors of work, sole proprietorships, partnerships, and boardless corporate who provide professional engineering services, as well as to regulate the professional conduct and practices of registered person in order to protect the public safety and interest. Okay, that's all. I think that's all the forum for today. Thank you so much, Mr. Arnold and Mr. Akif, for your very informative forum for today.
Thank you for having us.
All right, thank you so much. I think that's
You're
all.
welcome, Miss
Okay,
Moderator.
I
Yeah.
think that's okay. We may end the meet now. Thank you so much.